Right then, we're going to try a new series talking about the games that we played at Essen, because you were really nice and you took me to Essen for my 30th birthday on Thursday and Friday, and we played a whole bunch of games, and you don't usually like learning games, and Essen was obviously a while ago, so I thought it would be interesting to capture like our thoughts on the games this many months on. Obviously, I have notes.
3 months on.
Good work. You have no notes. So part of it will be like how much you remember of the game will be quite telling. So, can you remember the first game we played at Essen?
Yes.
Go on.
It was the pyramid game.
Well, in all fairness, I called it the Pharaoh's pyramid, but I was wrong. It's called Labyrinth Pharaohs. Can you remember why we actually had that demo?
Because there were sweets on the table?
Because there were sweets on the table and the man was dressed like a pharaoh.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the first game that we tried, and it's like a do you want me to just go into what it was like?
Well, then I know what it is then.
Yeah, okay, cool. So it's like a Karuba-like puzzle game, trying to travel through a pyramid, securing treasures, and a route through to the end. It's got like some neat shared decisions, so it's not like, oh, you drew the lucky tile, like you've both got the same tiles. It's got a nice design. It's got a somewhat fiddly placement and scoring, because if you remember, like, you have to place a room so that it's sealed to itself, but it's also accessible, and like yeah, there were a couple of fiddly things. And scoring with how the treasures can be placed. But you've got like a good decision making. If you remember, you get like 3 different levels of treasure. So like,
I knew it wasn't a word in age late.
I'm explaining the game, aren't I?
Right,
Why would you have a word in now?
Because maybe I
But
could
can
explain
you?
it better.
But I'm asking you. Do you remember that there were 3 levels of treasure?
Yeah.
So like, well, there you go then. So that was a good decision. It's not a game that I'd either buy or choose to play over Karuba, but I really like Karuba.
Which one's Karuba?
Karuba's the one where you're trying to like get to the temples, and like there's the diamonds and the gold nuggets on the path through the jungle.
Oh, yeah.
But it could be decent if you preferred, like, I think it's a bit thinkier than Karuba, because you've got to like, it's not just your path, it's like all the little side rooms. And some people like Egyptian themes, but I don't think the components were nearly as good. So what do you think about Labyrinth Pharaohs, the pyramid game?
Just everything you just said.
Everything I just said.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I thought, well, if someone said to me what was it like, I would have said, oh, maybe it is Karuba. The one with all the tiles around the outside.
Yeah, that's Karuba.
Oh, okay.
Ah, see, you agree.
I thought that was King Domino.
No.
I'm not going to be good at this.
This is the point though, like,
Yeah.
depending on how much you remember the game,
Yeah.
like, that's informative. Like, would you play Labyrinth Pharaohs again?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Because there's nothing different about it.
Right, so for you it was really
Yeah.
similar to Karuba as well?
Yeah, but it was a nice, easy game to play to begin with.
Yeah.
Because I knew how to do that kind of game.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
Thanks.
Because your thing is, like, you don't... We always say, you're really weird with, like, how you like to learn a game,
Not
but
weird.
the demoer was good as well.
And there was sweets.
And there were sweets, which is a theme that we'll come back to when we talk about some other
I'm
games.
pretty sure that set me up for disappointment for the rest of the day.
No, because...
There weren't many other sweets.
I think it was Foggle. Anyway, we should talk about the other games.
Yeah.
But yeah, but there was a small, like, little fun game, and if we were like at a board game cafe, and we went around somebody's house and they said, I picked up this really good game, Labyrinth Pharaohs, I'd be like,
You're wrong.
no. I'd be like,
really good.
well, no, but if they hadn't played Karuba, it would seem like a great idea.
Okay.
So, and I would be like, yeah, sure, I'll play that again.
Okay.
But I would never buy it.
I didn't win, so.
You didn't win, but if we're judging the games by that, it's going to be a short list.